Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Are there any barns? We've got a farm. I might have a barn on it somewhere. Ooh, actually. Woodcutter's Lane. Trees. What's that small building up there? If this is all part of the farm, then that could be a barn. Just looking around the rest of the map. Well, it's got to be around here somewhere, right? That's a boatyard. We've been there before. I'm gonna say it's here. Nope. It isn't. Didn't increment the counter much, though. Let's try the farm itself. No. Didn't get punished for that one whatsoever, though. I mean, why not? This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustard centre. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time there, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines, with a gently purring hellbore curled up in my lap. Delightful. And I have a plant now. It looked quite nice up there. Well, cool. I'm glad I visited, but, doesn't help me with my current problem. The spoken word. Is that the library? Could be, could be. There's another farm down there, but I don't know what the axe would be. I guess that plot of land is kind of axe-shaped. If you squint a bunch. Nope. The trees? Nope. Okay. Maybe the woodcutter's lane is a bust. What else could they mean by the axe? There really aren't any trees on this map whatsoever. Or barns. Don't see anything much relevant here either. Again, there aren't really any trees or barns underground, generally. It was just one of the random buildings near there. To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There's no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly I spy a flush of blue. A bottle. A blue bottle. This is it. That's not an insect. Blue painted porcelain. Cool and smooth. Gives off a scent like that of a brewing storm. Good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of strange antique and Antiquities. I keep wanting to say strange antiques. It isn't. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurnal, a stone of death. Okay. Do we have anything for these keywords? No celestial. Got a few diurnic things. No individual. And we're going to want our stone book out again, probably. Now, the Stone of Death is the Vivianite. Dark green. Looking for something more dark blue green. Not sure I have anything more dark blue green. Which one's the Stone of the Earth? Are not all stones kind of the Earth? Looks like jade. Jade Celestial? That might be Vivianite. It's not describing it as blue-green, but it is darker than a lot of them. So is that. Will be rolled along the tongue or worn around the neck. I'm still not sure what the pit is either. What would be from the individual? Something with onyx in it. I'm thinking that's diurnal, but the rock is not the one that I need. That could be the... Okay, that's for stone for dark purposes. But I don't think... There's not much I have that has this stone. This might be it. Let's just try that, but I'm very much not convinced. Okay, they do say they're types as well. This is of the body. Yeah, it's from the individual group. Yeah, Noctic, Vivianite, Celestial. Looking for Triadic. Yeah, that's of the air. It's something with jade then. I'm not convinced that's the right stone. I think that's malachite. So I'm not sure I have anything made out of Vivianite. I have that. I have that. Okay. Half and half phase. And we have a thing. Okay, put that back up there. Two bits of malachite in bronze, vibrating with energy, otherwise unremarkable. Throw it there. Thank you for the mither. I've seen into the yawning deep. I've seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I play it gladly. My shadow anchor, broken, must replace. Shadow anchor. Sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside the body. Without an anchor, minds have been known to become lost. Designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, while others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. Some make use of symbology, while others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Probably a Mentic field then, because that's of the mind. That makes sense anyway. So let's find something that matches that symbol. Could be a pendant, could be a totem. Could have cryonite in it. Could be that. Has the right colour gemstone in it. It's something you would be able to hold. It's producing the correct field. It's correct. Hello, anchor. That could have been much harder to locate than it turned out to be. You've shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. A sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holgar. It's performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Okay, I don't think that's necessarily something that I want to do right this second. I'm probably going to have to do that maybe at the end. Do I even know any stone circles? There's a pit. There's the eye, whatever that is. It's not circular, though. More pentagonal. I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and has ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. Delayed, huh? I've spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventure and thaumaturge Marwen left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the Ossuary of the Damned, a chilling, bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels, but it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Barton. Bone-filled chamber, near the upper levels. Probably here. I'm able to follow Marwen's trail for a while, but the carded markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Creates an invisible light that peels back the ears, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects, marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. That'll be the wax fire, then. Symbol for flame, rendered above the symbol for wax. Doesn't look much like you would expect a candle look, but it does mean candle. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rock walls for any signs of Marwen's trail. Suddenly I see it. An M etched into the rock, as clear if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwyn's lost treasure. But first, Eric's Candle. And we have what looks like the symbol of a lady that you would see on a lavatory door. It's made out of tin. It's somewhat cool. And it gives me goosebumps. Well, it does have a bunch of raised dots on it, so I guess that kind of tracks to an extent. Oomph. My thoughts exactly. I noticed that earlier. Tormund's paralysis affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. I figured that would come up at some point as soon as I read that entry. Of course, Tormund's Bane, which I've only recently read, emits a diurnal field pattern. Okay, yeah, that's the one that looks like that. Well, it's something that you could wear around your neck, and it's also something that could roll. Could it be this? Which also has the symbol on it, which looks kind of like the one for paralysis, but slightly different. Makes a whole lot of sense to me. Yep. Thank you. I don't even know how much to get down from Weatherlam. Everything went dark after reading the inscription on the tall stone, but somehow I knew if I made it to strange Antiquities, I would be okay. Through the darkness, I received a message from the Nameless Ones. They seek an item called the Nellian Casket. If we give it to them, they promise to free those it has infected. I don't think we have a choice. At least we can be certain of one thing. If they have the casket, they will not allow it to be opened. All they desire, all they value is power, and opening the casket would release all of its contained power. Ormond, Spain. Well, I think I know where the casket is. The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Ah yes, whether or not to trust the Eldritch Horror. Used to purge unwanted memories. Well, I know exactly what that one is. Or... As an object gives off a faint odour that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. The scent of the storm of ozone and power, the scent of magic. When inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. Power of the west wind. Well, there's one thing I've smelt very recently that smells of storminess, and that's this. Wyrim. Technically, I'm not totally sure, but it's gonna be. Calm the glowering rage in my head. Don't think I will. Identified successfully. Was that a good idea? Not sure. Remains to be seen. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. It's a ball of yarn. Okay. What is this an outline of? Is this... Looking along the coastline. I don't think it's a bit of coastline. I don't think it's a road. It's a little bit too curvy, especially at points like down here, to look much like a road. Fits anywhere with either of these other maps, though, is the problem. There's nothing nearly this squiggly anywhere on this map. Ooh, it could be here, though. It looks like... it's this path going down here, around that bend, down here, and ending up here. And it looks like that, because it is. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface for a closer look. It's a pot. Clay. Cool and smooth, with a engraved detailing. And that's one of the elements, but I can't remember off the top of my head which one. Earth. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephrukunt. Do not be concerned, dear. I've used one before and know what I'm doing. Once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them, such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the necroquant would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can still be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause braxis if held against bare skin for long periods. Otherwise incurable ailment. Causes scarring. Do I have anything for birth? Oh, that is going to be because the only way this would still be in one piece if it is not removed from the corpse. Therefore, severed hand. Wearable item attached to a hand. Spiritual design looks like the da-da-da-da-da-da. Yep. Pro. Quant. Close enough spelling. Don't play with the mugs. Not very hygienic. Please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. The Twinings, artisans of wood, iron, and clay. 2 Market Avenue, Undermere. Okay, I will. Market Avenue, the Twinings. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of the Twinings. An unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. I'm leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look round annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes toward me and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. have we here? It causes me to reflect on my own mortality. It is in fact a skull with ominous chanting. Smooth, intricate detailing. We got the 2 death-related stones. The sudden extra audio track has caught me off guard. Highly unexpected. After hearing this piece of music for so long, suddenly it having a vocal to it is, yeah. Wixic cord. Do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. Okay, it does not produce. Wixic field. Which is that one? The wibbly wobbly field. Probably has a stone in it though. Belongs to the diurnal branch. Diurnal stone. Could be amber. Aquamarine. Could be lots of things. Causes a freezing effect. Onyx. Which is Noctic, which is diurnal. It could be this. Snakes are associated with Medusa. I'm gonna guess this is not that. In which case... Oh, this is a simple looking item. It's the only other thing with a snake on it. No. A whole lot of good I would be in a hurry. It's not diurnal. So I highly doubt it's that. It's producing a Wixic field, so it's not that. That isn't producing any field. Highly doubt it's that. No, no, no. That's paralysis. Of course it's the one with paralysis stamped all over it. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realise I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. W-Y-X-I-C. Throw it over there. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. Cassander. Sounds like Cassandra. The eyes of a Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mentic field, as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious selenic. Care should always be taken with any object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the paths shown to them, and have been led to ruin. Selenic field. It's that one. And it's something with eyes. Not that. Not that. Could be that. Could definitely be that. It's got the malachite on it. Which is fourth eye, stone of sight. At least I think that's malachite and not jade. And I know it's in the shape of the triple goddess. I'll say that's a maybe for now. Also be that, though I have it marked down as something different. Do I get any sense from these? Strong sense of being watched. I don't think it's that. Don't think it's this, because it doesn't produce any field. Wrong field, and the symbols would have nothing much to do with anything. Wrong field. Wrong field. I think it's most likely this. It's not that. Been a while since I did this. Okay. Two of a kind. Yeah, I'll take the two of one type. The snake. Two down. Lock the snake. What a snake. I cannot snake. Two cats and a snake. Lots of cats. I need a snake. Thank you. Snake. Damn, actually, cat. Doesn't really help me that much, though. Or, like, at all. Give me a snake, please. Nope. Nothing. Now I rolled two snakes. I just need two of the same thing. There we go. Yeah. Well... I don't really have too many options here. So, if it's not that, let's try this, even though I've labeled it as something different. It's not that. Hello? Why are you not producing a field? I would like to see the field, please. Field, please. No. Yes, but I don't know what that would have to do with all of the elements or eyes. No. No. Well, okay, it's the fourth eye, so you could say these are eyes. Hmm. They don't look much like eyes, but they are eyes, in a manner of speaking. Yes, and there always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I've had nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Well, let's see. Something you wear that causes bad luck. I guess it could be this. I can't really tell whether the eyes have a blue tint because he's got glasses on. Well, let's have a look in here. Anything... luck? No. Nothing related to Sapphire Curse, either. Or hallucinations. Anything in here luck related? Fortune, I guess. Don't remember seeing anything with that symbol, mind you. Let's just flip through what I have next. Is it going to be the Mither? No. Is it going to be this? No. Siphon power? I think I know what that is. Not what I'm looking for, mind you. Not that. Not that. Or that. Made of materials with connection to the ocean. Keep boats safe. Maybe. Giving edge. Make bloodthirsty? No. Induce fear and paranoia? No. The only thing that makes any sense would be this. Made from materials with a connection to the ocean. Could be aquamarine. Which might be that. No, that's Earth. Don't see what else would have much of a connection to the ocean. This is something that's been burnt. I mean, for want of not having that many options. No. Oh yeah, definitely not. Hmm. If it is this item, I'm not sure that I have it. Since I don't have that much, let me identify everything else that I have. I know what this is already. I've got that marked. This looks to me like... it's probably the Brig Kick charm. That same triple goddess symbol that I keep going on and on about. don't know. I don't know what the Corvin's might is. Something that I must have had for ages. I don't know what it is. Subtle but noticeably invigorating. Could be that. Could be that. This is not a candle. This is most certainly the folium. Relatively confident about that one. The blade's been slashed over it lots and lots of times. And it's shaped like a hand. The gris, I think, is this, because it's got the soot all over the bottom, and it has the fire symbol on it. Fire paralysis. Ice. So maybe that? What is the ritual of the broken path, anyway? Nameless gods thing. Organs fully, trance-like state, hidden symbol. That's going to be that one. Does not produce a recognizable thermic field. That one does. This is not that. Don't know what it is, but it's not that. It's got a field. I don't know if I have this. I would be looking for something with a lot more stones in it. That's the thing I'm trying to find. Spirit Eye, I've had marked for ages, and I'm still happy with my guess. Weaving Edge has a wooden handle. I don't know what that would be. And then that I think I have already. Still doesn't tell me anything about what I'm actually looking for. Aha. It could be this. It was that! It was another something that I had already. We've used this before, and I had completely forgotten about it. Just required me to look up the entry for Hex. Your ring is uncursed. I've been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I'm fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you're able to get your hands on a gris, I would be very interested in studying it further. Well, I think it's this. And I'm correct. Confirmed. One gris. There's been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword. I literally just explained my logic about that. Good. They've escaped. At first my patients were agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working, or perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Well, that's not good. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the crepuscular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Uh-huh.